A note about the writing, the juxtaposition from the Son of God with the devout, the Talmidim, the disciples, and the ungodly. Very striking difference, with no doubt off to the right the Pharisees and the Scribes listening in. We've got to assume then a large place and a public place. Why would the Pharisees and Scribes be there?
You've got to think about the type of settings, the type of homes, the type of access, out and about, on the veranda. And people could be looking over the fence, peering around the corner, stood some distance away. Think of a Barbie situation where people are out on the patio. Yeah. It wouldn't be particularly odd to be able to see people eating and drinking al fresco.
Yeah, nicely put. So verse 16, the Scribes and Pharisees, the Hebrew word for Pharisees, is it Perushim? And the Scribes are the Torah teachers, and the Perushim in Greek is parash, they're set apart, they're distinct from the other people around them. We've talked about Jesus saying that you must follow the Mosaic laws as it is written, but not as it is spoken, and that's the purview of the Pharisees. And there are thousands of other laws that were ring-fencing these 630 Mosaic laws. The Mishnah forbade Jews eating with people of the land. Yeah, here we are, they're all there, they must have been very uncomfortable, and must be thinking, hang on, if this is the Messiah, why does he not eat like us? And why is he talking with these people? And he's obviously not following the rules.
That's right. The Pharisees are a really interesting bunch, and I don't think all the Pharisees are bad, not by a long shot. They was one of the most important, one of the most influential religious and political parties at the time that Jesus was walking the earth. There were more of them than there were Sadducees. Josephus, in his Antiquities, talks about that. There were probably around about 6,000 Pharisees at the time. And the Pharisees had different doctrines to the Sadducees. So the Pharisees believed in life after death, resurrection from the dead, whereas the Sadducees didn't believe in resurrection from the dead, which is why they were Sadducee.
You said that with such a straight face. I wonder if people pick that up.
I know. Yeah, but like there has to be done. I don't think the Sadducees even believed in angels, but the Pharisees did. They had quite a well-formed tradition of belief about what happens to the body after death. They had a well-formed belief about the resurrection in the age to come. They cherished this hope that after those that had died, that had gone into Sheol, that one day they would be recalled to life. They would then have their individual deeds looked at and all of that sort of thing. Pharisees, Sadducees, Scribes, they're all in the mix.